The Tinubu administration in Nigeria is notorious for its dishonesty and propaganda machinery. This has been reflected in the latest claim about the repayment of Nigeria's debt to the International Monetary Fund. While it is true that the Tinubu administration has completed the payment of $3.4 billion principal loan owed to the IMF, it is dishonest and disingenuous of the Tinubu people to be spreading the propaganda that what they have done is equivalent to what Obasanjo, former President Olusegun Obasanjo, and the former Minister of Finance, Dr. Obasanjo-Okonjo-Iweala, did when they extricated Nigeria from the stranglehold of the IMF loan. Nothing could be further from the truth. And one of their propaganda machines, Reno Omokri, is already all over Twitter, insulting Peter Obi that he has not acknowledged the big feats that Tinubu has made by paying off the debts, the IMF debt. And the way they couched it, they say that Tinubu has settled the debts, IMF debts, borrowed by previous governments. Write it is in plural, previous governments. That's in plural. In other words, trying to deceive Nigerians that debts that were borrowed by previous administration, perhaps Jonathan administration, Obasanjo administration, and all the other administration. Nothing could be further from the truth. That was a lie from the pit of hell. And a simple check. That's why this channel exists. So that people can get the information that the mainstream media are hiding, because most of the mainstream media in Nigeria are in the pockets of the establishment. So they're not going to dig in this thing. I'm telling you now. They are going to go on spreading the propaganda that Tinubu has settled the debt owed IMF by previous governments. Plural. But what debt did Tinubu pay? Who borrowed the money that Tinubu paid the principal amount? $3.4 billion. Principal amount. Who borrowed this money? Was it Tinubu? Was it Obasanjo administration? Was it Jonathan administration? Was it Omar Musa Yar'Adua administration? Who borrowed this money that they are talking about? That they want to lie that it was previous administrations. It was money that was given to them by the International Monetary Fund in 2020. Money that was collected under President Buhari. Okay, this 3.4 billion that they repaid, that they are making noises about, saying that Tinubu has cleared IMF debts borrowed from previous governments. They write it in plural. Governments. It was only Buhari administration that IMF gave the 3.4 billion. And that money was received in 2020 under the administration of Muhammad Buhari. It was under the rapid financing instrument. Rapid financing instrument to address the economic impact of COVID-19 pandemic. Hear me very well. This 3.4 billion was a facility that was given to them by the IMF in April 2020 under the Rapid Financing Instrument, RFI, to address the economic impacts of COVID-19 pandemic. So where then lies their claim that Tinubu has settled the cleared Nigeria from IMF debt, money borrowed by previous governments. That's how they put it. Previous governments. Everything they will turn it into a propaganda. Any small positive they get, they overhype it until they are disgraced by facts. So that was the money, and the money was given to them. It was structured. When I was looking this thing up, I discovered that it was structured how Nigeria is going to pay this money back. It was structured until 2029, how Nigeria is going to pay all this money. It was structured up to 2029, how Nigeria is going to start repaying it till 2029. From 2023 to 2029, it was structured. So what Tinubu did was no rocket science. He has to follow that structure of repayment, and Nigeria completed the repayment of the principal. Take note of the word, the principal. We have finished paying the principal, the money that IMF gave to Buhari administration because of COVID. That is what they are making noise, as if it was a backlog of all the loans Nigeria had been taken under IMF. Don't forget that Obasanjo exited us. Obasanjo and Obasanjo-Okonjo-Iweala exited us from that IMF trap. So we are not owing them. But during the COVID, because of the situation of the world at that time, they gave Nigeria a facility, 3.4 billion, to cushion the impact. And you and I know corruption entered into so many. That was the time they were telling us that they were spending billions feeding school children and all that. But Tinubu has completed the payment, followed the structured payment. How to be? If you go and look at IMF website, you see how they are paying it annually. And now there is still remaining about $800 million left, and that one is the interest, and Nigeria will still be paying it. Nigeria will be paying $33.99 million every year until 2029 to clear the interest. Now they have finished paying the principal. It remains the interest and other charges that was involved in that law. So that is the actual truth. But it is dishonesty to equate, because if you go on social media now, they are sharing, putting picture, equating Tinubu with Obasanjo and Okonjo-Iweala administration. That he has done even more than what Obasanjo. That's what they are saying. That Obasanjo was asking for debt forgiveness. What of the person who cleared the debt? Come on. IMF give you a structured loan in 2020 and told you how to be paying it. Okay, you follow that sequence and you have paid it. If you don't pay it, it wasn't the situation for you. But what you did cannot be equated with what Obasanjo and Okonjo-Iweala did. That's a fact. And it is dishonest to claim that you have cleared debt owed taken by previous governments, when it was only Buhari government they granted that loan because of COVID. So it is important that disinformation by these propagandists is also countered, and more credible information and the authentic information and the truth will be given out from time to time. Because when I saw them, the way they were hyping it, they were celebrating these things on Twitter, I said, let me go and fact check this. Because sometimes when these people are acting like this, it's because of the ignorance of the Nigerian public, before they begin to give them accolades that they don't deserve. And I was proven right. My hunch proved right. That it is not true that it was that Tinubu has cleared us from all the money we have been owing IMF over the years. No, it was 2020 COVID-19 facility made available for Nigeria. And it was structured how Nigeria would pay it out. And that was what they followed. They have finished payment of the principal. It remained the interest. And the interest is over $800 million left. But they didn't tell you that. If you go and you listen to the government people talking, they didn't tell you that they are still paying and they will still be paying. Isn't that not interesting? But what do you think about this expose that I have made to show you that they lied when they tried to equate what Obasanjo and Okonjo-Iweala did to clear Nigeria and make Nigeria a debt-free nation from IMF and World Bank, equating it with Tinubu paying $3.4 billion facility that was just granted in 2020 because of COVID. What is your view? Let's hear from you at the comment section. Tell us if you have other examples of their misinformation or disinformation from the presidency and their trumpeters, whether in Nigeria or outside. Those outside include Reno Mokri and others, and then those inside who are spreading the fake news that he has cleared all the debts owed by previous governments, instead of saying by the Buhari administration, which was actually a loan because of COVID-19. Whatever is your position, let's hear from you at the comment section. Thank you for watching this video, and if you are new to my channel, you have not yet subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to my channel, hit the subscription button, hit the notification bell. When you subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell, anytime I have a new video, you'll be among the first to know. God bless you. And please don't forget to like this video, because when you like it, God will rank it high and recommend it for more people. Thank you, and God bless you and yours.